What's going on, everybody? Alex with you here again. Not as usual. I don't think I've posted any videos in the last probably what it's been 2-3 months. Just been really busy, to be honest with you. I know I've gotten an email recently, actually a couple of days ago, saying your 23,000 subscribers are missing you. So I sat down there and I thought to myself, just tried to picture the 23,000 subscribers just sort of sitting there and what have you been doing? And I was like that Beetlejuice guy being like, nothing, just hanging around. But anyways, long story short, I just wanted to kind of briefly update you guys as far as what's been going on with me. I hope you guys have been enjoying the start of a beautiful summer. If it wasn't for all these cicadas that I just absolutely don't like, but I'm actually on my way to go to the lake and check out a few fossils. My kids wanted me to see if I could collect a couple of fossils, so it's not that far away, and I'm going to be using this scooter that I've had probably for a couple of years now. It's technically a scooter, but it came with this attached little seat. Kind of makes it a moped, sort of. It's an electric little 750 watt scooter. I think I showed it to you guys before, but I love taking it out during the summer when it's nice and hot like this. It's probably 80 degrees out right now. Quite nice, pleasant when you got the wind in your hair and everything. So different style of video today. I'm gonna kind of briefly update you as far as what's been going on with me, and hopefully we'll take off the summer and find a little bit more time to make some videos. But I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up here. Hopefully you guys are able to see me. Yeah, so here we go. We'll get the scooter started. I've actually already had a chance to ride around the neighborhood earlier to check out the pool. I was planning to go down and see if the water is still just as frigid cold as it was last week, because my kids, they're always wanting to go to the pool every night. And but they told me there, even though the pool was open, that people were laying out, which was kind of confusing to me. They were like, well, the pool is actually closed to people today, but they did have, I guess, the lanes and stuff that kids were swimming in, so I guess they had lessons. But why close the entire pool for the whole day? It makes no sense to me, especially considering that the summer is so short already. To begin with, you're just gonna remove an entire day to where people are not allowed to swim. It's just total BS in my opinion. But so it was a wasted trip, and I was very disappointing, but it is what it is. What's been going on with you guys? I hope you guys have been having a good summer. Sorry for all this extra wind and stuff. We're just gonna pick up speed here. Hopefully you guys have been able to play some chess. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I really haven't had the time to play a lot of chess at all. Definitely not as much as I'd want to play. I would definitely want to dedicate at least about an hour to playing chess, because well, part of me is I've always been the type of person that wants to get better at anything they start. There's cars coming all over the place. I think the neighborhood memo sent out that they don't want scooters around, but this is technically not a scooter. It's kind of like a moped thing. I'm just gonna let all these people pass. I'm really excited about the chestnut move. I think the pieces are gonna be moving on top of the board by themselves, sort of kind of like the square off Kingdom Swap and Neo. I think based on what I've seen, the pieces are gonna be larger, which is hopefully what it's really going to be. I'm not really sure 100%, but if the pieces are larger, that's going to be really cool. And I also seen from the videos that the pieces, more than one piece is moving at a time, which is fantastic. I think that the biggest upsell to that would be the fact that if you're doing puzzles or specific positions and you want the pieces to be arranged by themselves, that would be cool. I'm not sure if that's how the board operates, to be honest with you. I don't want to confuse anybody at this time. Chestnut has reached out to me. I think it's been 2 weeks ago or something, and I confirmed my email and I haven't heard from them since. So my best guess is at some point they're gonna send me out a board, which at that point I'm gonna definitely review it. As far as any of the other chess boards out there, I know a lot of people are interested in some of the electronic chess boards. So the Chess Up 2, I have not had the time or opportunity to review. I know the chess up, the first one, the company has sent me the first board, but I don't think they were super inclined to send me the second one. I don't know why. So, and I didn't necessarily want to spend the time or the money buying the second board. I think the Chess Up 2 is all about mostly like connectivity with the chess.com, which is really cool because it has like a separate window and everything. I've seen the reviews, and it definitely looks like a promising board, but like I said, I haven't had the time to review that. I've just sort of been exercising, reading books, and spending quite a lot of time with the kids. In fact, this is probably the first time in a long time that I haven't really had to watch a baby or just watch the kids at home. So this is kind of something that happens every like 6 months or so, and I'm trying to make the best use of it. Like I said, the video format today is really abnormal, but that's okay. I'm about to hit an actual street, so I'm gonna have to go a little faster, and hopefully I'm not gonna get hit by a car. There's no sidewalks here. Okay, here we go. But basically, that's kind of what's been going on with me. Actually, I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Recently, I had this theory as far as how people could help themselves improve in chess, and one of the things that I came up with, I wanted to share with you guys. Let me kind of pass this area here without getting hit. There we go. It all started with me. I purchased a piano, a digital piano for my daughter to play, to start playing music on, to learn how to play piano. And I ended up starting to relearn the piano myself. I took piano classes back in elementary school for like a year, and but I forgot everything. And I got this app called Simply Piano, which there's a lot of people out online dissing on the app, saying it's like not a really good app, it's too simple, it's not a good app to learn how to play. So maybe the same people that diss on the reviews are actually not the same people that spend the time on that app, because I spend a lot of time on it. Damn, there's a school bus and kids here and everything. Wow, this is busy. Jeez. I've spent about 15 hours so far on the app, and the interesting part is that in the beginning it was super easy, but eventually it got hard. And so when it was that, like, the lessons were really easy, I felt, wow, this is great, I'm progressing. At this rate, I'll become a great piano player in no time. And so the progress, it kind of like this illusion of progress was there, and I felt good about it. And eventually I started progressing to further lessons and realized just how difficult it is and how much time I have to put in, and how I'm not that good, and how I would blunder, and just it wouldn't feel as good, but it was a lot of work, and I just had to sort of, I guess, make do with it. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is basically, I got to realize that if in anything in life, if it's something that requires a certain amount of skill or learning, or something to where you have to put in the time and persevere, generally it's you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna be losing, where you're not gonna be really good, especially when it comes to chess. If you're looking to improve your game, you're going to be losing quite a few times. And so the key here is, how comfortable are you with losing, and what is your losing sort of tolerance ratio, so to speak? Like, how many times in a row do you feel like you can lose before you will give up or move on? And that, I feel like in itself, you have to almost kind of get used to losing. The more times that you lose in whatever it is, chess or other things, the more times you lose and fail, the more comfortable you're going to become with the idea that you're losing and failing quite a lot, and the more you're going to be okay with it. So the less frustrated you're going to get. And I feel like basically exposing yourself in situations to something that's difficult so that you can basically lose more is what I'm trying to say. It's like you need to get yourself to lose a bunch in order for you to progress and learn. Otherwise, okay, we're here at the park. Hopefully I'm going to be able to see some fossils. I'm just going to ride right up to it. I've been here before many times, and the kids actually love going to this park. So I'm just gonna like go down here. It's gonna be a little bumpy, sorry guys. Oh wow, the water actually rose. I don't know why, but let's see. We're gonna just go down. It just gets kind of bumpy here. There we go. There's some guy with a dog here, but lucky for me, there isn't anybody by the water. Usually there's some people that fish here. Here I am by the lake. Really cool. Yeah, usually the water is quite further back, so it must have been because of the rains or something. Really quite nice though. Last time we've been here with the kids, we saw a baby snapping turtle, and sometimes when we come out here, we see snakes, like little snakes and stuff. Nothing crazy. There's like these little rocks here, and sometimes if you kind of lean in closer, the kids like to find little like tiny shells like this. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but one thing that I'm always kind of wary about is finding hooks, because a lot of people fish here, and I don't want anybody like there's definitely a glass here sometimes, but I wanted to bring my metal detector here. That will be kind of cool to see if we can find some stuff with the metal detector. The kids are always asking for like dinosaur bones and stuff, and sometimes we'll find little cone-shaped seashells and stuff. I don't know what they're called. I researched about it, but yeah, it's some really cool stuff here. This is not swimming water, and it's kind of covered with fishing lines at times and just kind of random stuff. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and head home, because I guess the kids are already on their way back, I think. So we're just gonna skedaddle. It's always kind of tricky to get back up here. At some point when I purchased this, I think this scooter set me back about $700 or something like that. About $1 per watt. So I know there's some scooters that are a lot better and stronger, but this one's still pretty nice, and I've enjoyed it for the 3 years that I've had it. My wife is always apprehensive about it, because she's like, well, if you take the kid, you know, and this thing kind of does go fast a little bit. It's got a thing where it'll go either like 30 kilometers an hour, but if you set it to third mode, it can go faster, especially downhill. I think the most I've recorded it go downhill was about 55 kilometers an hour, which is I don't know, approximately, I think 31 or something like that, 31 miles an hour, and it does really seem kind of fast to be going that rate. So, but I try to limit it whenever I can. The distance on this thing is great. It'll go for a while on one single charge. But anyway, so back to what I was telling you guys. I think that the idea is you have to be okay with losing. And it's basically like, you know, it's not that, you know, like when you're losing, and let's say you say, okay, I'm going to be okay with losing 9 out of 10 times, which is great. If you had that ratio of tolerance, that means that you're okay, and your ego is not overly inflated, and you're okay. Like, you don't feel bad about winning all the time. But it's not like, you know, the 10th time, like when it comes around, let's say you've already like lost, let's say you lost 9 times, and you're expecting to win the next time, and you lose, and then you just completely lose it. Like, you're like, oh, what the heck is this? You know, like, seriously. No, you should be okay with losing a bunch. Losing a bunch and being okay with it. You don't want to welcome a win like it's a glass of cold water in the desert. You should be okay with winning and losing and be cool with it, you know, and that would be the only thing that hopefully you guys will take away from this weird video. Yeah, so I've been doing well. Like I said, I've been watching the kids grow. I think that especially with a baby, a lot of people out there are they might not have kids, or they might have more time to do other stuff than me. Right now, I really value any free time that I get. It's good and it's bad. The good thing is that whenever I do have a little bit of time to myself, I tend to be very productive with that time. The bad thing about it is that I no longer enjoy some of the things that I used to enjoy. Like, for example, when I was younger, I would wake up early in the morning and turn on my favorite video game and sit there and play for like 3 hours until I get tired. I would never have this sort of sensation where I would be like, I feel like I'm needed somewhere else, or I feel like I should be doing something else. I've just been content. When I was really young, I mean, I could sit there the entire evening and play a video game or do something and not really worried about me like wasting time, which is, I guess it's a great feeling, which we should all strive for. But just in this moment of time with little kids and everything, I unfortunately I don't have that. In fact, like even when I'm like in the store or something and I stop to look at some electronics or something, I'm always like, oh man, like I'm gonna second guessing basically, like should I sit here and waste my time looking at electronics, or am I needed somewhere else? That's kind of one of the things that is always in the back of my mind when I'm out somewhere. So it's a good feeling, and it's not really a good feeling. And at some point, I'm sure I'm gonna get older, and the kids are gonna need me less, and I'm gonna be more free, and that'd be great, because then I'll play more chess and I'll have more time to myself. But at this time, it's been kind of tough. Thank you everybody for your continued support in watching my videos. I really appreciate the fact that, you know, even though I haven't really posted much, I do notice that people are still out and watching my videos. In fact, just the other day, I've had a subscriber of mine that reached out, actually called me, and I talked to him for a little while. Rick, he was saying that he was re-watching some of my older videos and he really enjoyed them. And I think that sometimes when I make these videos, I feel like, who's gonna watch them? I mean, their usefulness isn't that useful, you know. I look at some other people's videos that are over the top and jumping out of airplanes and things like that, or you know, really making quality content, and I'm like, well, here I am stuck in a room somewhere, you know, talking about the same stuff all the time. How useful is this to people, you know? And yet people like Rick come about and remind me that, yeah, it is useful to people that are interested in the things that you know, that I have to say, which is wonderful. It's wonderful. And I wish I had more time to make videos. So like I said, I just haven't been able to, but I'm hoping to find more time this summer. Maybe there will be time that I could sneak in a video here and there. Please let me know in the comments below if you're interested in me reviewing some chess sets that I have not had a chance to review. Maybe put some links so I can take a look. And if it is something that I am able to either have delivered to me or purchase and have it delivered to me, then I certainly will try to make it work. I've had a buddy of mine actually make a suggestion. He said, well, you know, you should really widen your subject matter as far as maybe include some games, discuss some chess games out there, or play some games, and people that are interested in chess, more people will come to watch your channel. And I thought about doing that, and I don't know if it really would make sense. I'm not really a grandmaster, and I feel like for people out there with a rating above 2,000 at least, you know, then it would make sense for them to make video reviews of games and stuff. Like Kadzan Papa, for example, I think his rating is close to 2,000, and sometimes he'll do some games where he'll talk about the games, including you know, some of his games and also some other games, and it's really interesting to hear him talk about these things. But I feel like for somebody like me to kind of blunder through some of these games, and I just don't think it's going to be that interesting. I think, well, anyways, I'm getting home. I don't think anybody is home yet, but thank you for taking the time to watch this video, even though it's kind of weird, but thank you for taking the time. And I will be sure, I don't know how this video is going to come out. If it comes out looking like trash, I probably won't post it, but if it comes out well, then I might. I don't know. And I'm not really looking for a lot of views on this video, although more views the better, I guess. Stay tuned. I will try to make more videos coming up. I'm gonna try to read your all's comments. I definitely will read them within the first couple of days of posting this video and see what people say. What you guys want to see. Maybe you guys want to see more plastic chess boards, more wooden chess pieces, or more electronic boards, more accessories, or club supplies, or anything like that. Just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to take a look and see what I can do. Anyways, well, thank you for taking the time to stop by, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye bye.